Hello. Welcome to the PattyLynn Show. I'm PattyLynn, and this is Myhriah. And Myhriah is our CEO of Gals. And I'm one of the connection director at Gals. Mm-hmm. And our topic tonight is a kind of spring cleaning. So decluttering, I've talked about that a lot. And the reason is I need to work on it.
Yeah, me too.
One of those things. Also in our show tonight, we will have some party tips with PattyLynn.
Yeah.
And and hopefully this is a really helpful topic, not just for me, but for all of us. So if you're here, welcome. Please comment below, and we will want to interact and see that you're watching either live or on a replay. Mm-hmm. So Myhriah,
I think it might be worth to share that this is our first time being live in a really long time.
I was going to say that tonight. Thank you for saying that. So this is like the maybe fourth different kind of format that we've done with the show. We have done live, Myhriah and I sitting right here side by side doing that format, which we loved. Mm-hmm. And then we've done a pre-recorded where we would record and play it on the third Thursday. And I really felt that there was missing some connection with that. Mm-hmm. So I am very happy to be back live.
Yeah.
And this is our new StreamYard we're using, which is live on Facebook. And
yeah, we're live in 3 places right now.
Oh.
We are live in my personal Facebook. We're live in Gals, in the Gals group, and the Gals YouTube channel.
Okay, good. So no excuse not to find us.
That's right. I love it.
So we usually start with a few conversation questions. So I'm not pulling from the box tonight. I just have a few ideas here. So I want to ask you, Myhriah, what's on the top of your fridge? Have we talked about this?
I
think this was kind of in the box, but talking about decluttering, like.
I'm kind of boring. The only thing although I will say it does bug me that I don't have it in like a basket or something corralled.
You mean?
Yes.
Let's see, it doesn't fit in the basket. And then I've got the box aside.
But I
just added the basket.
I have dog treats.
Okay, that's right. We did talk about this. So and just kind of thinking, where do you stash stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that part of decluttering is just there's too much stuff. So where are we going to put it? Right.
Yeah. Well, and I keep dog treats all over the place.
Well, good idea. You're still training that pup, right? Spoiling her anyway.
Yeah, spoiling her. Yeah, spoiling. She knows I have some down here.
Aw. I need to get back to training the dog.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of busy, but okay. Can you do spring cleaning?
I haven't. No. How about you guys?
So off and on. I actually read once that spring cleaning was kind of an idea from the past when they used to have a winter heating system like coal, and then it would coat the house in black smoke. And so then in the spring, you would need to clean it up.
Oh.
And they said, actually, for nowadays, we need a fall cleaning because in the summers when the kids are running through and the windows are open and all the dust and sand and everything comes in, and then we need to do a fall cleaning to get all that grime out.
That makes sense.
But I would rather have a more, what's the word? Regular schedule.
Regular, yeah.
Regular, yeah. Yeah. Because I don't want a big job. One time I went to every room and I put a sign on the door. This room needs the windowsills vacuumed, trash out, whatever. So each room had a sign. Well, then I realized I was the only one cleaning. What I make those signs for? That was to boss me as myself around. Tell me what to do in each room. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I did try to do them, but then I'm just like, I don't need to make signs for myself. My idea was people would pick a room and clean it.
It's beautiful thinking.
It was great.
Yeah. The reality. Yeah.
Reality.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, I am by no means an expert in decluttering, but I can speak well to it because I have read books from, I won't say, all of them or even most of them, but many decluttering and organizing gurus. So I will talk about some of their ideas tonight, but I've studied it and I've put it into practice, and then I just need to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think one of the things, we just have a barrage of paper that comes in every day, paper from work, paper from the mailman, from the store. You go to the store, they hand you the coupon book, Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So paper comes in. I try not to buy fast fashion or, clothes that are just for a short time. Try to buy things I'm really going to wear. And, but it's easy to go and buy stuff, even decorating things at the dollar store or for a party. And then you're just like, okay, do I save it and use it, which is good,
right.
or I need to pass it on? And I don't do garage sales, which some people do. I just have found I can't do them. And so I'm happy to give them away free if anyone wants them, or give them to the Goodwill and someone's making a living selling them and people can buy them at good prices.
Yeah, same here. I never made enough money with the garage sales to make it worth the time sitting outside. That was so boring.
I know. And people come and it's like $50 and you're selling it for $20 and they want $5. And you're just like, really? You can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. It just makes it feel like you're like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I don't want to argue with people over price.
Yeah.
So then I would just say, just take it. What am I out here giving away free stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I did go to the Goodwill today. I've been going recently. I do need some new clothes, freshen up my wardrobe. I just feel like everything's kind of wearing out. And to be real honest, I got super casual during COVID.
Yeah.
and I haven't recovered very much. I have a lot of leggings and dresses that I pull on that feel like as comfy as pajamas. And I think it still works for a first grade teacher. But I'm just like, I'd like some more dresses. And I went and I got 4 dresses for under $25.
Wow.
I don't even know how I did it because I thought they were like $8 each.
And maybe
it was the color of the day. One day I went and they said I was a senior, so I got the senior discount.
You do not look like a senior. No one believes that. What?
They asked, and I said, "How old is it?" And they said, and I said, "Yes, I am."
Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. If you told me you were a senior, I'd be like, I need to see your ID.
I don't think for every discount, but for the Goodwill discount, I was a senior. But not for every place. I'm not there yet. Not to that big number.
I love it.
Well, then I went today. I needed a green something for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't have any green. So I found a little sweater set, and it was half price color.
Sweet.
So for like $7, I got a little vest and a sweater, a little sweater set, which I love. So cute.
Yeah. Oh, you should have fashion showed those for us tonight.
I know. Well, I am also going to wear these tomorrow. So hopefully the sun will be out.
Cute.
I was going to, but good. All right.
I love it.
So for me, decluttering is not a one and done. It's a journey and it's a process. And when I was at Goodwill, I had to be very careful not to buy all the cute things. So I have you're tempted to buy stuff, whether it's Target or Goodwill or at school, they have like a table of stuff that someone's cleared out and they're like, can you use this? Well, as a teacher, I'm thinking, oh, this would be great for a craft. So then I'm taking the stuff, they're decluttering the basement. Am I going to carry it into my classroom and clutter up my classroom?
Right.
I did just today take some colored sand because I actually have a project and I kept saying I need sand. And so I'm like, okay, I'll use it. I'll use it right away. And we're painting a Mount St. Helens, and we're going to add sand for Ash.
Fun.
So, I know.
I love it.
So it was perfect timing for that.
I feel like we could practically have a show on your stuff that you do with your class. You have some fun projects.
Yeah, I try to make it fun.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not a minimalist, but I would like clear, clean spaces. Mm-hmm. I'm not a maximalist. I was watching the video. This girl was a thrifter, and she's like, I'm a maximalist. I'm like, I've never heard that before.
Oh, yes. I've seen the trend.
Yeah. But, I do want to know, like, how many things do I need? How many towels should I have? I probably have too many beach towels, but I use those to wash when I wash the dogs. So now I need them. Mm-hmm. But, how many bed sheets do you need? How many, and I've looked it up, and so I'm like, okay, we have enough that if everyone came over, we can make the beds and they could sleep in them.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But for me, it's an ongoing way of life. Mm-hmm. So I've got some tips. Where's my tips? First of all, what I like to do in a space is, instead of like this cupboard here, instead of like, what am I going to get rid of? What do we use? Mm-hmm. What do we use? It's kind of like reverse decluttering. It's choosing what to keep instead of choosing what to give away. Mm-hmm. So I like to say, like, what are some things that I don't use? One time I took all of my utensils and put them in a box. And then as I used them, I'd put them in the drawer.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then finally I moved the box to the garage, and you put a date on it. And if you don't go out in the garage for, 6 months, you're not using that one. So you can get rid of it.
Good tip.
So I probably need to do that again, but I have enough drawers that everything fits. Yes. So again, it would be nice if it was a little less cluttered, less crowded in my utensil drawer.
Yeah, I love that. I'm kind of that way with my mugs. I love my mugs. I don't get sad if they break, because that means I get to get a new one. But I have a little shelf that they all fit on. And if I get another one has to go. So I haven't bought a mug in a long time because I love the mugs that I have. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to get rid of any of these. So yeah, you can't bring any more in. Yeah. It's a good way to go.
It is. And I have a friend that was the same way with her children's toys. She said, don't give them toys for their birthday. I think she said no presents, because she's like, if you give them a toy, they're going to have to either get rid of that new toy to keep an old one they like, or they have to, and I'm kind of like, I don't want to buy them a toy, but she probably had a cleaner house than me.
Right. I used to ask for the no clutter gifts for our kids. We did memberships to things, because those were the gifts that kept on giving. They didn't take up space. They were, and we used them all year long.
Yes.
I loved those.
Yeah. So another tip is give yourself grace. You didn't get that much stuff in one day, and you don't have to get rid of it in one day, right? Just give yourself some time and space, and then work on your own stuff. Super easy for me to get rid of Ken's stuff. Right? I have no connection to it. It's in the way. Let's just get rid of this.
Yeah.
And so it's good to have a friend help you, because they come in and they're like, why do you have this jacket from the 80s or whatever? This is definitely not coming back in. Or maybe it is, fashion recycles.
But it usually gets modernized in some way. I love that.
And actually, there are very few things that I have gotten rid of that I've regretted. Do you have anything that you've gotten rid of and you've regretted?
I really can't think of anything. No.
So I had a jacket that I used to think of it like my Michael Jackson jacket, but it's just a little short bolero style jacket. And I had matching pants. So first I got rid of the pants, and then it was just black, little jacket. Well, that's pretty classic. I mean, it had a little flair because it was a little trendy. And I think that I still could wear it. That might not fit. Who knows? But anyway, that's one thing. Like, I shouldn't have got rid of that.
You did remind me. I had a jacket that I actually got my senior pictures done in. And it was a suede, kind of short, structured jacket with the most amazing soft fur on the collar or on the cuffs. And I gave it away because I was like, I'm not going to wear it. It's way too hot. But same thing. Yeah. It probably wouldn't fit and all the things, Yeah.
I think, but really, like I had a friend who she had a hard time getting rid of, I think she's past it, but this was years ago. But she was like, I have a hard time getting rid of clothes because once I had a sundress. And so we asked her about it. It's just like a little tank top, cotton tank top dress. I'm thinking, well, let's go get you one. If that's the one thing that you regret. But how many bags of clothes could you have passed on to someone else or gotten out of your closet that don't fit or don't look good or don't, just because if you have a regret, then maybe you need that piece of clothes again. So put it on your wish list and look for a good one.
Yeah, that's true. I now do have a jacket that's really cute. It's actually purple though, and it's got the fur. Yeah. And it does kind of remind me of that jacket, and I love it. But it fits.
Good. You replaced it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's purple, which is kind of fun because the other one, it was a beautiful brown. I really did love it, but the purple's kind of more fitting.
Yeah. So another tip would be to don't try to organize until you've decluttered.
Yes.
So now let me bring up a name, Marie Kondo. So if you read her Magic Art of Tidying Up. So I read her book. And she would say, get everything of that category in one place. So if I was going to go through my office stuff, I would go to Ken's office and my office and my computer bag and get everything out and say, okay, look how many pens I have. How many pens do I need? Which are my favorite pens? Get rid of the rest. Okay, and then you can organize once you kind of declutter and get rid of stuff. And of course, she would ask if it brought you joy, which I do love.
I do love school supplies.
I know.
Yeah.
Me too. Teacher here.
Yeah. I do like that too, because I was talking about this in the Signature Self this week about spending versus investment.
Yes, I heard you. Yeah, it's good.
And I think the thing that I used to do was I would see things on Pinterest. Of course, back in the day, it wasn't Pinterest. So we did have YouTube. And I would be like, oh, I got to go buy all these containers. And I just kept buying all these containers, but it didn't fit something or it just didn't work for whatever reason. I actually did it one day where I put all my containers in a pile. And it was a huge pile of just containers.
Yeah.
So I was organizing my organizers because I didn't take the time to declutter first.
And that's actually what I read, that if you are a person who works on organizing, your first step you want to do is to go to the container store or wherever and get your cute containers. But actually you already bought them. Once you start decluttering, you're going to find them.
Right.
And I do have a spot in the garage where I kind of put these containers or baskets when I find them. And because I think, okay, if I need one, I don't want it hanging around the house. I'm going to put it out in the garage. But if I need one, I can use one of these I have. And I also have like these good sturdy boxes. I'm like, okay, I do need to get rid of them someday. But first I'm going to organize and make sure I don't need, because they're like good drawer organizers or, but if I don't need them, probably no one else wants them. They're probably recycling.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's amazing what people don't want that we held on to.
Yeah. And then let go of any guilt. Like if you are holding on to something because someone gave it to you. Okay. If you really feel they'll like it, you could give it back to them. I'm done having this. Now, I don't have anything like that. So I know there's probably some feelings that might get hurt in the way, but you could say, I don't have a place in my house for this painting. And I thought maybe you would like it back. Or would you like me to find a good home for it? And you know how you could find a good home for it? You give it to the Goodwill and someone buys it.
Yeah.
So you find a good home for it.
Yeah, they'll take care of that for you.
Yes. So, and then, but you could digitize. And then one thing I do sometimes is I feel like my memory is contained within an item. So, if you have a memory for something and so you just need to say, how can I keep this memory without keeping the item? It's okay to have some things, that you got on a trip or something, but also giving away that vase doesn't mean you're forgetting the memory of the trip.
That's good. Yeah. We do tend to hold on to things for guilt purposes or sentimental. I think that's that way with clothes. I did a little while where I was helping people go through their closets, and that so often you hold on to stuff that you never wear, but because somebody gave it to you and you feel really guilty, and it's like, well, they're not going to know, for one. And for two, if you're not going to wear it, what does it matter? It's just taking up space, let go of that guilt.
Yeah. I'm looking over here because I found a list of things you can get rid of right now.
Oh.
And I put it on my phone. Do you think I could find it? And it's just like super easy. And so, I love the resources of the internet for this reason, because you can see if I can grab it right now.
Okay, while you're doing that, I will show our first sticker. So in Gals, we are starting to have our merch again. Yay! And we have a new sticker. I won't do too much time on this. I'm going to do a whole video on this, but this is Polish That Poo. And this is so not fitting to the PattyLynn Show.
I won't be putting that on my water bottle, but we did actually have a whole talk about it.
Yeah, and there's actually a whole story behind this. So make sure.
Is that coming out this month or?
Yeah.
Okay. So in our director's cut, we were talking about making the best of the situation. Is that a good way of saying it, or can you?
Or how we tend to just show the best. We don't show all the mess, right? Like influencers will just show the one part of their house. They're just polishing the poo. The rest of the house is a disaster. Yeah. It could be both.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I thought what it was is, when life gives you whatever, you're going to make the best of it. Lemons. Let's go with lemons.
Fitting.
Lemons make lemonade. I would put that in my water bottle.
Yeah. So that's our first sticker. Yay.
Okay. Well, I want to take a little break here from our decluttering talk.
All right.
And give some party tips with PattyLynn. And then when I come back with just kind of let's focus on one area and what I would suggest for decluttering that area.
Awesome. Okay.
So let's do party tips with PattyLynn. I feel like I need a
little hat. Yeah. or tiara.
A tiara. I have one.
Oh, I love it.
All right. So we've been talking about just random party tips. This time I want to talk about hosting to build community.
Ooh.
So how do you build community? So a lot of times people are looking for a community, and how do you build that? And so the steps are invite and host and engage the people and repeat. So you just invite. So you can just ask someone, you want to come over for want to come over for dinner, or do you want to meet up? Do you want to meet up for dinner? Let's just invite someone. Think, who do I want to get to know better? Who's in your kind of circle or that you meet. I had a friend, I think I've said this before. It was just amazing to me that she's like, I got to talking with, I think it was a grocery store cashier. Could have been a barista. You chat more with your barista, but she's like, and I said, you want to go grab a glass of wine sometime and talk? And they did. And I'm like, oh, I love that. You're in looking. She moved to an area and was looking for a friend group and wanting to build community. Perfect. So invite people over, then host. Just do it. And I do have some tips for how to be party ready. So host and then engage. So when you're together, just be friendly. The bar is it's not too high. You don't have to be the hostess with the mostest. You just have to open your home, have it pretty clean, right? So not spotless, but I would want
Tidy.
it cleaner than my house is right now. But I could get that laundry that's folded on the dining room table, put in its drawers in 10 minutes. But your house does not have to be perfect.
Mm-mm.
And then so looking for those opportunities to party. So tip number 1 here, look for opportunities to party.
I love it.
So when you're at the soccer game and your kids are finishing up, you just say, hey, do you guys want to come over for dinner tonight? Or how about next week? Give yourself a week. Next week, you want to come over for dinner? Or we're not having a game this Saturday. Want to get the kids together at the park? So just look for those. You run into a friend at the store. Hey, I haven't seen you from forever.
You mean you don't hide?
Just get together sometime. What did you say?
I said, you mean you don't hide?
No. You say, hey, I haven't seen you for forever. So do you want to grab coffee? And don't stop there. Okay, grab your calendar. Do you want to? If you do want to, let's do it. And if they, I would probably offer about 3 different times. And if they said they're busy, I would think, maybe they don't really want to get coffee with me. Maybe they're just really busy, but maybe I misinterpreted our friendship. But usually I would think people would want to get together and get to know someone better.
Well, if they didn't hide, then they probably do want to say hello.
Yeah. Okay, what's with this hiding?
Oh, I hear it's a thing.
Okay. Well, it's not my thing, so I don't know about it. It takes longer to shop, but you live in the small town of Vantucky here.
I love it.
So, tip number 2, be ready to party. So this is make it easy. Have some food on hand. And I kind of mentioned this before, and you said go into it more. So here is the more. So chips, a bag of chips and a bottle of salsa, not opened, can stay in your cupboard for whenever you want to party. Stuff in the freezer. So I love the mini apps like the mini quiches and little poppers and little boneless wings or something, or frozen pizza. And then we always add some toppings. Actually, at my house, we always have ingredients to make a homemade pizza because we just did it for years with the kids. We'd always, once a week, every Friday night, we'd have pizza. So I have flour and yeast and salt and water, and I have sauce, and at least for pepperoni pizza.
There you go.
Not fancier than that.
Yeah.
I think that I would always, have chili. We always have canned chili and cheese and corn chips, So kind of like you're going to make dinner anyway.
Right.
So if someone's coming over, even if you say, hey, you want to come over? And they say yes. And you're like, well, the soups, maybe you have chili. You're like, it's going to be a little smaller, but then we'll also have a cornbread mix. I'll make that, or, so
there you go.
Something like that. So you can plan ahead, but you your go-to meals probably are already in your pantry.
Mm-hmm. We like things like one of our favorites to do with people is double-deckers, homemade double-deckers. And so we'll provide certain things like the meat and cheese, and then we just have everybody bring like a different ingredient. And so it's like a big old taco bar, but oh my gosh, that's like such a great crowd pleaser.
And what's it on?
Huh?
It's on chips?
Oh,
I don't know what a
double-decker. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're going to love this. Okay, so a double-decker is a Taco Bell original, but it is a soft taco on the bottom. Then you put your like beans, guacamole, sour cream, and then you take a hard taco, put that in the middle. You do your meat, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, whatever else you do, squish it up, and then, man.
Yeah, that is nice.
That is a delightful dinner. Yeah.
So, and then you could just pick up, there's always Grubhub or Instacart or send the hubby to the store. Yeah. But it could be just as, we're just having popcorn and cheese. You want to come over, or something like that. We always have some kind of charcuterie board. Now it's not going to be Pinterest charcuterie, but we always have cheese and crackers and some kind of pickle And,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it can be kind of, we're just having smorgasbord. Just come over. I'll pull some stuff out. So plan ahead when possible. So that's kind of the spontaneous side. But the third tip is when possible, plan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of not spontaneous, right? So you're starting a crock pot, but it's still spontaneous, partial spontaneous, because you haven't asked the person yet. But you start a crock pot for chili, and then you go to soccer practice, and you're like, hey, do you guys want to come over? I have chili cooking. I had a friend that did this every Sunday for church, and she would start something. We had crock pot. We didn't have Instapots. We had crock pots,
Okay.
So she would start a big roast, and then she'd have her Saturday chores, so her house would look good. And then she'd always bring someone home from church.
Oh, there you go.
She brought me home once, and I'm like, you already have the meal made? Yeah. Come on.
That's a great idea.
Because I do it every Sunday. Like,
I
wow.
love that.
Yeah. And she just hang around, find the new people or something. And so
I love that. My grandma was that way. She had a big house, just a giant house. And I always remember when we would visit, there was always people over. We always had all kinds of events. I mean, and everything was always held at her house. And they were so good at just like keeping it very simple, and just fun, like we played card games and things like that around their giant table, and how fun that was as a kid to just, see. There's always, she always had people on the phone. She was just such a social butterfly. And that's who I try to think of, like when I think about all of, partying, having people over.
Yeah. Very fun.
I love that.
Yeah. And then, that part of that, just invite someone over. I had done grade school years. We would always have my friend Kelly over, but it seemed like we always had hot dogs when she came over. And I'm thinking back, I think maybe that was mom's go-to meal. Like, a friend's coming over, I'll bring out the hot dog, because we didn't eat hot dogs that much. But it seems like every time Kelly came over, it was hot dogs. And then my friend Teresa in high school, she thought we ate at McDonald's all the time, because every time she'd be over, mom would go, okay, we'll go to McDonald's. And so that was her spontaneous, a friend is over, we'll do this. And looking back at it, I can see that at the time, I'm like, I don't know. Teresa's here. Let's go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I could see that. I think we've done that before with like our kids with pizza. We had certain friends, they'd come over, and pizza is just so easy, right? Like you just get pizza and it's not extremely expensive usually,
and I don't ever get sick of it.
So. I know. I have never been sick of pizza.
Okay. So the tips this month were be party ready, look for opportunities to party, be party ready, plan ahead where possible. But just being that true party opportunist. Yeah. I'm a party opportunist.
That sounds like a sticker to me.
Party opportunist. PattyLynn is a party opportunist. Okay.
I love it.
So back to our decluttering, the little project that I thought I would propose is your closet.
I like it.
Like I was saying, I've got clothes that need to go out, or at least go into that. Don't wear these in public anymore. Now, Marie Kondo's way is you get all your clothes and pile them on your bed. So everything from the laundry, everything from your storage, everything from your garage, everything from every closet in the house, and you pile it on your bed. That's a little overwhelming for me, and you have to finish before you go to bed that night, because it's on your bed.
That's a lot.
I know. So I would say maybe once you pared it down a little, you could do that. But she said that way, you see, I have 9 pairs of black leggings because I had a pair here and a pair here. So that's kind of her idea. How much do you really need? But I would say you could do all your winter coats. You could handle that in a day, right? Yeah. Let's get out all my shoes and all the nooks and crannies. Okay. And then look at and get rid of. And so you want to have these categories, like a bag or box for giveaway, a place to put away, because maybe they are your ones that need to stay out in the garden shed. So give away, put away, throw away. If no one wants them anymore, there's nothing to do with them. And then keep. Yeah. And you could add sell if you're really good on the internet marketplace or selling, but I don't have that one.
Me neither.
So So then I always look for, also Miss Marie Kondo says that you shouldn't have seasonal clothes. I think we've talked about this before, her little idea. not.
Yeah.
But, she says you have indoor heating and cooling. Why do you need to change? But I like the weights of winter and the dark colors and the plaid. And then I like the springy polka dots and flowers. And yes, I could wear them in the fall, but
Sure.
I like to wear the floaty in the fall and, strapless in the summer, or not strappy. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway.
I'm that way too. I've learned there's certain colors I just don't tend to go towards. Like I could wear mustard yellow in the spring if I want to. Of course I can, but I won't. I just won't.
Yeah.
I'll go to more of a bright yellow because it's spring and summer. That's just my natural tendency.
So I would say not clothes for all seasons. I would say there's clothes for seasons and clothes for reasons. So seasons and reasons. So you've got your seasons. You got like kind of spring wardrobe, I do spring into summer and fall into winter. And then reasons would be, I need workout clothes. I need a little bit of workout clothes. I need some swim tropic wear. Let's call it tropical wear. I need my work clothes. Now I mean work clothes for a job, but also working painting clothes and working in the yard, those kind of work clothes. So kind of think of the reasons that you would need clothes. I need date night clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need gal's gala. Are we gonna have a gal's gala? I need those clothes.
We need a
I'm
gal's
shopping if we do that.
And just so you know, we did get a text. So not in our comments. I love it. I'm thinking this person wants to be anonymous, which I totally get. And she says, you ladies are absolutely amazing. So I wanted to share that with you.
Aw.
Yay. Thank you. You know who you are. I love that.
No, thank you.
Seasons and reasons also sounds like another sticker. We're just going to keep putting out these stickers. I love it.
Seasons and reasons. I know. So I never found that list of the easy ones on the internet. I don't know what I did with it, but I think you gave great tips. I do have the ones that PattyLynn wrote, not the internet. But just basically in your closet, get rid of it if it doesn't fit, still has tags on it and you've never worn it, even it was a good deal. You put it on, you hate it, how it feels or looks, get rid of it. You haven't worn it for a year, get rid of it. If it looks old. So I have a bunch of sweaters, not this one, but they're nubby.
Oh, yeah.
But they're really good sweaters. So I have a sweater shaver. It's not very good. I'm going to invest in a sweater shaver. But if I can't get them looking good, they got to go.
Yeah.
Because you want to have it good. So if your clothes are too stretched out or stained, then just dump it. Get rid of it. Trash it. So.
I noticed a lot of ladies who lose weight have a hard time getting rid of clothing because the confidence hasn't quite caught up. And so that's a whole nother topic, but yes.
My daughter helped me with that.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk on that topic sometime. That's a really good topic. But I did get rid of a bunch of clothes, like my favorite jeans. Favorite jeans. And then guess what? Gained weight again. And I gave away my you know how hard it is to find favorite jeans?
Yes.
And you just have to let it go. Okay.
They need a brand called Favorite Jeans.
You probably have one.
They might.
But I had my daughters help me, and they would say, "Mom, that shirt is too big for you." Okay. And I'd get rid of it. Yeah. And
I think that's a really good
point. At the Goodwill today, I was trying on these shirts that were kind of comfy and baggy, and there's room for some of those in your closet. But I thought, well,
that's kind of in again. Yeah. I think that's a really good point, though. Having somebody from the outside come in and help you because you're so attached or you're in it, it's hard to objectively think that way. I love that.
Yeah. And then really just, we just have too much stuff. So I definitely recommend a friend. You can hire a professional, but you probably, you could read one of these books. I love Peter Walsh and Marie Kondo. And, some of these books, The Fly Lady. Have you heard of The Fly Lady?
Oh, yeah. I remember The Fly
Lady. She now
has
an app. I downloaded her app. So, so she's kind of been around for a while. Since
she has.
Before smartphones, but she now has an app.
Oh, fancy.
So she'll say the zone is this month. You can do your entryway. And she has little check boxes, that you electronically check.
Yeah, the fly lady really gets women. She really gets us.
Yeah.
Maybe because she is one.
You know, so find something that's going to help you. Let us know if you have any questions. So we want to encourage you in this, but just kind of clear some space.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So we actually are uniquely on my Facebook personal profile right now. So I want to make sure that we mention, if you guys are looking for a community, I should say you ladies, looking for a community, our gals community is a free community where we are equipping women to have fun together, encourage and empower one another. And PattyLynn is one of our, she is our connections director, and she's our, let's see, what's the word we want? She is our party linners. We need like she's our passion for partier.
A party opportunist. Yeah, that's what I said today.
Opportunist. I love
Ready
that.
to party.
Yes. And she has been doing this show. How long have you been doing this show now?
This is our 3rd season.
Yeah, 3 seasons. That's amazing. So thank you. Okay. What you have your closing. I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out, but we're going to be doing this regularly once a month, every 3rd Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yeah. Yep.
So
just bear with us, which I think I love this format again. So
yeah. It's not quite the same, not being sitting next to each other, but it still works.
I know. Here, scooch toward the wall.
Scooch. Oh, this way.
Yes. Wrong way.
Yay. Oh, nope, I can't get it.
All right. Well, we love you. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Yeah. And what's your little spiel?
My tagline.
Yes, your tagline. That's what I wanted.
Well, I hope that tonight you've heard some practical skills for positive living here at the PattyLynn Show.
I love it.
All right. We love you. See you later. Bye.
Bye, ladies.